Hi guys, Keith here from Flirt Masters. We're going to talk about how to turn a friend into a girlfriend in 6 steps. But first, let me invite you to hop on over to flirtmasters.net. I got an ebook I want you to have, totally free, no obligation whatsoever. Just fill in your first name and email. You'll have it in a few minutes. And by the way, I do not sell, rent, or share your email with anyone. I hate spam too, so no worry. Okay, now it has been said that before you can be lovers, you have to be friends. I think most of us would agree that there is a ring of truth to that statement. Certainly, being friends first helps for a much better relationship later on. So, let me ask you this. Is there a female friend in your life that is more than just a friend? Have you fallen for her? Well, you're not alone. It's a common occurrence. Sadly, most guys will never see the relationship progress beyond the friendship level. The reasons for this are many, but mostly just simply a matter of not knowing how to turn a friend into a girlfriend. Okay, so what are the 6 steps? Number one, create sexual tension. You want to make her think of you as a love interest, not a friend. At the moment, she doesn't see you as a sexual being. Until she does, you will never turn her into a girlfriend. Okay, so how do we change this? Simple. You have to talk about sex. A word of clarification here. Don't be vulgar. Subtle sexual jokes and innocent sexual flirting will get the job done. Start slow. Don't overdo it. Soon she'll start seeing you in an entirely different light. Number two, date other girls. It is vitally important for her to see you with other women. Get out there and flirt. Let her see you confidently talking to other women, making eye contact, smiling, flirting, and complimenting them. Believe me, she will take notice. If you've already begun creating sexual tension with her, and you should be, she may even experience a little taste of jealousy, and this is exactly what you want. Number three, and this is a biggie, stop being a friend. Up to this point, you've always been there for her. Whatever she wants or needs, if it's within your power, she's got it. You drop everything when she calls. If she called you at 3 a.m. and asked you to come over and vacuum her living room, you would be there in 10 minutes, vacuum cleaner in hand. Am I right? I'll bet I am. So, knock it off. Look, I'm on a level with you. You are never going to get past the friendship stage until you stop being a friend. Period. No more catering to her every whim. No more making yourself available every single time she calls. If you want to worship her and the ground she walks on, fine. Just don't let her know it. I'll tell you, and I'll tell you right now, if you can't get past this step, you may as well forget it because you will never be able to make her anything more than just your friend. So, will you do it? Yes or no? All right, if you answered yes, let's continue. All right, number four, touch her. That's right, touch her. Simple as that. Okay, it's not as simple as that. Now, if you've been implementing all the other steps, you should be ready to touch her now. No, I'm not talking about shaking her hand, and I'm certainly not talking about giving her a big wet one right between the petals. Not at this stage, anyway. You need to touch her in a playful manner. For example, while engaged in a conversation, occasionally touch her arm while you're making a point. Lightly press the small of her back while you're escorting her through a doorway. While moving through a crowd, take her hand, squeeze it gently. Remember now, at this point, you are still just her friend, so start slow and don't overdo it. Number five, and this is important too, give her space. You don't want her to think that you have no life. Hanging around her too frequently will give her just such an impression. Make sure she knows that you're a busy guy with a busy life. Now, when she calls, texts, or emails you, wait a couple of days before you get back to her. At some point, you should plan to stay away from her for a week or more, seriously. This will give her the time to think of you and enough space to miss you. Then, call her and see what she's been up to. And, of course, talk about how busy you've been. And now, number six, go for it. Okay, you've made it to step 6. You've flirted with her sexually. You've touched her suggestively. She has seen you act confidently with other women. You've stopped being her doormat, dropping everything at her beck and call to please her. You've given her lots of time and space. By this time, she should be seeing you in an entirely different light. So it's time to make a move. Get her alone, gaze into her eyes, then kiss her. Don't say anything yet. Wait for her. If you've done everything right, she will do one or more of 3 things. She will kiss you. She will have tears in her eyes. She will say, "I love you." Hopefully, she'll do all of those things, but if she does none of those things, it may have been too soon. Is also a possibility. that it was never meant to be. That is a possibility. At this point, you will have to decide what you want to do. You can continue implementing the steps and try again at a later time. You can be satisfied to be her friend, or you can walk away and out of her life to avoid being hurt any further. Ultimately, only you can make that decision. Good luck. Okay, guys, once again, before I go here, hop on over to flirtmasters.net and get that free ebook I was telling you about. No charge, no spam. Get it, read it. You got nothing to lose. You'll love it. See you next time.